Okay, inside Xbox, I already did a video about this on the Halo 5 split screen debacle. Now we're going to take a look at the rest of this garbage. Okay. We're going to kick in with the Game Pass shit.
That the community's been asking for.
Thanks, guys. Right now, I am joined by Ben Decker, General Manager, Gaming Services, which includes Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass. I'm going to cut right to the chase, Ben. What do you have to announce to us today?
Right to the point. I like that because I am really excited to introduce Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It is a single membership that combines Xbox Game Pass with all the benefits of Xbox Live Gold, including online multiplayer, for $14.99 a month.
A marriage made in heaven. Now, this has been in the works for quite some time, and I know it's...
What a saving. What a saving, guys. Okay, so rather than spend £40, which is now going to be £50 a year on gold because they just put the price up, you can spend $15.99 a month on Game Pass and get gold for free, even though Game Pass is only £10 a month. So you're not saving shit. What is the point?
largely in response to what gamers have been asking for.
Yeah, you know, feedback from our members is the most important thing we think about as we make changes to the program. So, you know, when we first launched, one of the things we heard from our members was, we love the catalog.
So is that Gold members or Game Pass members? Because a lot of people who have Xbox Gold are annoyed that they have to pay for it because they get it free on PC. So all the games that have Gold are free to use on PC. So why isn't Xbox Gold free now? Why isn't it just a fact of the matter that if you have Xbox Game Pass, that Gold is free? That should be the incentive right there to get Game Pass.
But it would be great if there were new games in Xbox Game Pass too. That's why when games from Xbox Game Studios launch, we include those day and date in Xbox Game Pass, including games like Forza Horizon 4.
This completely undermines all your games, and you're going to see reductions in sales because of this. And the Game Pass subscriptions are going to go up, but it's going to be when it's £1 a month here and £1 a month there, while people are trying these new games, and then they ain't going to continue with the subscription.
Down 3, same day that they release.
Love it, man.
Another big thing that we've heard from our members is, hey, there's so many games coming into the catalog, how do I know what's new? And that's one of the reasons that we created the...
Because you're a fucking gamer and you fucking know what's coming into the catalog because you follow gaming websites and shit. It's 2019. We have the internet. What do you mean, how do you know what's coming in and out of Game Pass? You go to True Achievements. That's the best site to tell you what the fuck's happening in Game Pass. If you actually give a shit, that's where you go. What do you mean, how do you know?
Xbox Game Pass app. You can set it so that you get notifications whenever there's a new game in the catalog. So for example, when Monster Hunter World drops this Thursday, you can it'll pop up on your phone. You can tap through to the app and start downloading it to your home console. It'll be ready to play when you get home.
Fantastic, man.
So, you know, with all that...
Assuming your Xbox is actually plugged in and downloading, and you tell it to download when you're not there, but who the fuck does that? Why would you do that?
Feedback coming in, one of the big things people have asked us for is, hey, can I get a single membership that combines Xbox Live Gold with Xbox Game Pass? And that's why we're introducing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
But it's not a deal. You don't get gold for free. You're still paying the same amount. So what's the point?
I love it. So what if I have an existing membership in Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have an existing membership and maybe you've prepaid a couple months, no problem at all. You will be able to apply that value to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Now, you also mentioned to me earlier that this is a choice to upgrade. Is that correct?
Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
That is absolutely true. If you have a membership in Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass that you'd like to keep just as it is, no pressure, you can keep doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Well, if I keep it just how it is, why has it gone up by £10 a month? Because that ain't keeping it how it is it?
Now, when is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate coming to us?
So Xbox Game Pass Ultimate launches later this year, but today, Xbox insiders in select markets can start testing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and provide us with feedback that's going to help us make the service even better in the future.
Well, surely the feedback's going to be, it's too fucking expensive.
Fantastic news. Ben Decker, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you, Kate.
Now, there's no better time to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass because some great...
What? There's no better time than right now to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. Okay. Getting tired of hearing that. Okay.
titles, well, they're launching very, very soon. In just 2 days, in fact, on April 18th, you'll be able to download Capcom's epic Monster Hunter World.
Whoa.
Also on that day, The Walking Dead, A New Frontier.
Wow.
On April 24th, Life is Strange 2, Episode 2 will be available.
Awesome.
And if you're down for some good old-fashioned co-op zombie shooting, and who isn't, grab a friend and play some
Who isn't
Resident
into
Evil 5
fucking zombies,
on the
yeah.
25th. And we just launched
Resident Evil 5, a
video
game you can
series
buy
taking
for
you behind the scenes
£5.
of indies coming to Game Pass, like Outer Wilds and After Party, plus many, many more. You can check out the first episode of ID at Xbox Game Pass at youtube.com/Xbox. Now let's send it over to Larry for the latest on a great title you can play on Xbox Game Pass right now.
Okay, let's skip over Sea of Thieves. I don't give a shit about that. Let's get to this fucking console. Okay. I've skipped ahead to the marketing material for this discless Xbox, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to discuss.
Our first challenge was, how do we make an all-digital Xbox One?
Actually, that was...
It's like they didn't question whether they should do it, but only if they could do it. Okay? That's what you're saying here. We know you can do it, but should you do it? Jurassic Park.
That was our only challenge.
We told them it can't be done. And they said, it can. Go do it.
Go all digital? It had never been done before. Except movies, music, books.
The solution was there all along.
So comparing video games to movies, books, music, other types of media is flawed, because other types of media do not have exclusivity, and the fan base for those things is not as serious, and the value of those items is not as high. When you buy a video game, you'd spend in $60, £50 or whatever, and that's a lot of fucking money. It's an investment. Okay, so when I bought Paper Mario 64 a few years ago, it's now worth like 3 or 4 times what it was. I know not all games rise in value, right? But some of them do, right? And some of them hold their value, and some of them, they lose their value. We all know how it works, right? But they still have more of a value at release. So you still have people who want to buy and sell games, because if you buy a game for $60, that's a lot of money, and then you then want to go and sell it and at least get maybe $30 back, so that you can then spend that on another game or something else that you might like to buy. Okay? So the market of buying and selling video games is a huge fucking factor in the world of video games. Video games are not like movies. Movies are cheap to buy, typically maybe 10, 15, 20 quid. Okay, even Blu-rays. Okay, Ultra HD, whatever, they might be a bit more, but still nowhere near what video games cost. Nowhere fucking near. As a matter of fact, the video game industry has made more than the film industry since the PlayStation 2. So why are we comparing video games to movies? The video game industry is worth more than the movie industry. The video game industry sells millions and millions and millions. This is not like the 90s anymore. We have progressed. Okay? It's 2019. Wake the fuck up. Okay? Video games are completely different to movies, books, and other media because they have more value at release. They cost more to make and they cost more to buy. Okay? So people don't want to spend a shitload of money on digital items. This is the way it is. People want to buy and sell video games because they have more value. When you buy a £15 fucking movie, when you trade it back in, you're probably not even going to get half of that back. So you're not really gaining anything by fucking selling it back. But with a video game, you're at least getting half of that back, which will be $30. So half the value is still more than the whole value of buying a movie. You do understand that, right? You understand the concept of that, right? And video game prices can skyrocket. Some of them can go up in value or hold their value as it is. That doesn't happen with fucking films or music or any of that shit.
All along, but we just couldn't see it.
Newspapers, the almanac. I guess it wasn't totally impossible. We tried removing everything, but we realized that would make it hard to play video games.
Okay, yeah, but who is this fucking shit targeted at? Okay? Is it designed to piss off people like me? Am I not your fucking audience? So somebody that's bought every single Xbox console since the first one, somebody who has, like, I don't know, all the Halo games, all Gears of War games, most of the Fable games, you know, the Mass Effects and the fucking Saints Rows and whatever the case may be, the people like me that have invested a lot of time and money into the Xbox platform, and you're going to insult us. All this money we've put into it, all the fucking discs we've bought, apparently mean nothing. It means nothing to be somebody who has historically bought Xbox games. Okay? And I'm not saying I'm some kind of fanboy. I'm just saying the people that have bought all this fucking shit from Microsoft over the years, you know, some of them are fanboys, some of them actually worship Microsoft. I'm not one of those people, as you can see. But we're getting shit on. For what? How is that good business? How does that make any sense? All you're doing is making me go, alright, a PS5 that is then. Even though the next Xbox might not be discless, this makes it sound like it will be. This whole idea is retarded. Because if the next Xbox isn't going to be discless, what is the point of making a discless Xbox One S? And if it is going to be discless, that creates a whole other set of fucking problems.
So we put some stuff back.
We lost a lot of good people on this project.
But then we found them again. They were playing Halo in conference room 4B.
Okay, they were playing Halo 5 on split screen, which obviously is impossible.
The answer wasn't just staring me in the face. It was staring at me in the brain.
I got it.
You just deleted the disk drive.
Exactly.
Do it again.
You just pressed delete.
That's it.
It was like our new baby.
No, if our baby was made out of robot white plastic and metal and was powered by a custom-made SoC.
Otherwise, exactly like a new baby.
Introducing the new Xbox One S All Digital Edition.
Which is why they call it the Xbox Sad Edition. What is the point? The pricing is retarded. The pricing is only a slightly less than the normal one. Isn't one of the biggest things with Microsoft, and this is where we're going to get into it here, isn't one of their biggest features of their fucking system backwards compatibility? How can you have backwards compatibility with 360 and Xbox original fucking games if you can't put discs in the fucking tray to play the fucking games? How does that make sense? How does it make sense, Microsoft? Left hand doesn't know what the right one's doing, man. Absolutely incredible. Let's get on to Phil Spencer. Let's get over to Phil Spencer.
There you have it. It's official. We can now talk about the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, the newest member of the Xbox One family of devices.
Choke on it, Major. Choke on it. Don't care about the Gears esports.
We announced the digital Xbox One S earlier in the show. We have the updates to Game Bar. Last month, we had Kareem on showing xCloud. How do all of these pieces fit together in your mind?
It's a really good question. You know, we've said for the longest time.
It's a really good question. The answer is, they don't. There's your answer. They don't. Nothing what Xbox is doing right now fits together. Backwards compatibility, yet no fucking disc in the fucking console. Free Xbox Gold on PC. Pay more for Xbox Gold on console. Game Pass has Xbox Gold built into it. Game Pass isn't yet on the PC. What's going on?
Time that we put the gamer at the center of how we build our strategy. And
You put the gamer at the center of how you build your strategy, right? They put the gamer at the heart of everything they do. Okay, did they put the gamer at the heart of everything they do by hiring 343 Industries to fuck up the Halo series? Did they put the gamer at the center of things by making a discless Xbox One S that no one asked for? Did they put the gamer at the center of things by doing anything that they've done since Phil Spencer fucking turned up? Phil Spencer needs to be fucking sacked, fired, removed. He's terrible. Under his leadership, we are in the shit as Xbox fans, okay?
services. We don't start with the device. We don't start with us. We think about our customer.
You don't start with a device. You don't start with us. Yet, the start of this generation, you wanted to do DRM. You wanted the disc to simply install the game, and there would just be a code, and that was it. And it was fucking DRM and disc locked to the fucking game was locked to the console. You would have a code with the game on it, which is basically all digital, right? So you were going all digital at the start of this generation. Now you're going all digital again at the end of the generation with the all digital Xbox One S. So in that 5 years, you've done nothing to listen to the gamer because you're doing exactly the same thing that you were doing at the start of the generation. You just kicked the can down the fucking road for 5 years and then did the same exact thing again. So where's your input from the gamers here? What about the gamers that say, hey, I like to get my games on discs? So keep fucking making the discs. How about the gamers that say, hey, you shouldn't pull your exclusives on the PC, but you continue to do so? Makes no sense.
And what does the customer want? And we kind of driven.
What does the customer want? What type of customer is your audience is what you really need to answer before you can answer what the customer actually wants. Okay? Who are your customers and who do you want your customers to be? If the answer is everybody on the planet, then you're going to have to put everything on PC, PS4 and whatever, but then your console is going to fucking flop because who's going to buy a fucking Xbox when you can play the same fucking game on another fucking device? Okay? So the console effectively becomes null and void. So who are your customers? Are they Xbox players? Are they PC players? Is it everybody? And how is that going to work? Who are your customers? Because you don't even know.
By this idea that as a gamer, you should be able to play the games that you want to play on the devices you want to play them on with your friends anywhere you go. And this is
right, okay. But the Xbox One is not a Nintendo Switch. Okay? And not everybody wants to play everything wherever they fucking go. How many people really sit down of an evening, go on PUBG or fucking Gears or whatever the fuck it is, and then go, you know what? I want to play this on the bus on the way home. Nobody! Nobody wants to play those games on the fucking bus. Okay? And the people that actually do want to play on the bus are fucking little 12-year-old kids and shit. People that actually want to play and actually enjoy their fucking games, play them on their fucking TV when they get home, and they don't want other people who are playing on shoddy fucking internet on a fucking bus or something in their fucking lobby. Especially when they're paying for Xbox Live for the privilege of doing so. They don't want people cross-playing off the PC because that fucking ruins the experience on the fucking console. With all the hackers, all the fucking delay and the lag and the bullshit. Okay, and all the fucking rest of it. All the fucking Mexicans that suddenly turn up with one fucking 9 million ping. We don't want it. So, how are you listening to the gamer? Which gamers? The ones that live on PC? The ones that live on Xbox? Which gamers? Who are you talking about? Be specific.
This is all part of that strategy, that vision, that kind of goal that.
What your strategy seems to be at the minute, Phil, is to commit brand suicide, okay? What makes you different from the PlayStation? What makes you different from Nintendo? What makes you different from any other platform? What makes you unique, special? What makes people want to go and get your system, get your games, controllers, whatever? What is it about Xbox? Tell me. Go. What are you going to say? We've got Halo and Gears that you can now get on the PC. You're trying to put them on the PS4. Or we've got Cuphead that's now on the Nintendo Switch. You've got nothing. You've got no games, okay? You've got a controller that's not as good as your previous one for a lot of people. You've got an Elite controller that's way too expensive. What are we getting the Xbox for again? What are we getting it for? We can just get a PC and buy one of your shit-ass controllers, or we can use a 360 power on the PC. Or we can go on the PS4 that's got a better controller than it's ever had. I mean, it's not as good as a 360 controller, but it's way better than all the other Sony controllers that they've ever put out. So they're making improvements. The PS5 controller is probably going to be even better. What are you doing? At least Sony's getting better. What are you doing?
For players, you at the center playing your games wherever you want to go.
You're talking about travel. I noticed, I was reading your Twitter feed, is that you tweeted out you were over in Asia recently meeting with game developers and partners. How did that go?
I always love my time in the studios. It's kind of how I grew up at Xbox in studios. So now when I get to go out to third-party studios, I get to play games early, talk to the studios about what they're doing. This is always an interesting time because E3 is coming up. So we get an opportunity to
What games are these, Phil? What games are these?
talk about the things that we're going to focus on our stage at E3 and see if we have great content. Speaking specifically of Japan and Korea, which were the two places I was, I'm really proud of the partnerships that we've built over the last few years. Think about some of those moments. Finally had a Kingdom Hearts on our stage last year. The Dragon Ball announces. It's been good progress with those studios. I love it now because I go over.
You already had the Dragon Ball games way back on the 360. You've always had the Dragon Ball games. Unless you were talking about Jump Force that's shown in the clip, but even so, that's a mistake. I mean, you should be talking about Jump Force, J-Stars, not Dragon Ball. So was he talking about Dragon Ball or was he talking about J-Stars, Jump Force, whatever? Kingdom Hearts, yeah, okay, fair play, well done. There's about two people that care, okay.
I'm seeing friends, I'm seeing people that I see multiple times of the year, seeing their games. I think we're going to have a really great show at E3 from developers all over.
Now I have to ask you, you've been traveling a lot, but I also look and I see you're playing Destiny 2. What are you doing? What's going on there?
I'm trying to get to 700 light level, and I'm at like 650 right now. It's just driving me crazy.
No. I'm saying when you're traveling, how are you playing, Phil?
So, starting probably January, I started taking my phone and my controller with me and using our streaming xCloud technology.
So you're beta testing it?
I am alpha testing, probably alpha and beta testing. It's nice for me because we happen to be sitting on the same floor, on my floor, and the xCloud team's on this floor, so I can run down there and get new drops of the software all the time. But it's been awesome. I found probably half of my Crackdown orbs while I'm away from home, just kind of running around using xCloud. I'm running Destiny Strikes with my friends online using xCloud. It's just a test setup, right? Yeah. This is me playing the games I like to go play. I have
Okay. Gonna be honest here, Phil. Gonna be honest with you totally, mate. You are in the minority of minorities of players. That's if you actually play games at all, or you're just making this shit up, because we just saw a few minutes ago Halo 5 split screen that wasn't real in the trailer on this very same video. So, assuming that you're telling the truth and you're playing Crackdown, a game that nobody cares about, nobody actually gives a shit about, Destiny 2, a game that's fucking dead that no one gives a shit about, assuming that you're playing those two games, which I have no reason to doubt you other than what I've just said, why the fuck would you want to play that on a fucking phone? And why would you do a raid on a fucking phone on Destiny? Why would you do that? For real? This is pretty fucking fundamental stuff. Phil is in the minority of fucking minorities here. Nobody gives a shit about playing Destiny on a phone. Correct me if I'm fucking wrong. But nobody gives a shit about Destiny in general, let alone playing it on a fucking phone. No one wants to play any of these games on a fucking phone, using their phone fucking data, or some Wi-Fi half-arsed fucking sharp-pank garbage connection. Nobody wants to do that. Okay, single player games, Crackdown, I can see that somewhat being a thing, but Destiny, doing raids with your friends on a fucking phone, who wants to play that? So, Phil is in the minority of minorities. That's all I've got to say. So that's why he doesn't understand his customer base, because he's catering it all to him fucking self. Like, oh, I'd like to really do this. I think this is cool. But you're not your customer base, Phil. You're you. That's what you want, not what the customer wants. And the customer is always right? You know, all these millions and millions of Xbox players you've got out there, and the potential people who are playing on Sony, and the potential people on PC that you bring into your fucking console and the fucking ecosystem and all the fucking Xbox Live and Game Pass and all the rest of that shit. They don't care about playing Destiny on their phone. They don't give a shit.
I have one server that is set up for me, so it's kind of like my Xbox in the cloud.
I can see the label. It says Phil's server on it, right in the rack. I'm sure that's what it says.
But, you know, figuring out latency, like when I was in Japan, I'm sitting there playing games. I'm in a hotel, 8,000 miles away from my server, and kind of what does that feel like? Because that's not our solution will be with the breadth of what we have in Azure, that data centers will be close to you to minimize ping time, to minimize latency that you have.
How can you minimize latency by playing on a fucking phone?
But I will say there's something magical about taking my Xbox experience with me. Like when I...
How is it magical to take your Xbox experience with you? People go out into the world to do things. You know, meet attractive women. Go on holiday. See the world. They don't go on holiday to play fucking Xbox. You can do that at home. People go home after work or at the weekend and they go, hey, this week I'm going to play some fucking Halo or some fucking Destiny, like what Phil said, or whatever. I'm just going to play whatever, you know, MCC, any old shit, right? You know? They come home and they go, all right, I'll just pop a disc in the tray, maybe a little bit of downloading, a little bit of installing, blah, 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 blah. Eventually I'll play the fucking game, okay? And that's it. It's as simple as that. Xbox is a time waster. It's a hobby. It's something you do when you're at home. You don't take it. Why would you want to take your games with you? In which case, you just take a fucking DS and maybe play Mario Kart for like 5 minutes. Wouldn't you? Why do you need to... Why are you going to get in these big, like, raids on fucking Destiny with your fucking friends when you're out in the fucking world? There's a whole world out there. What do you fucking want to take your shit Xbox with you for? Come on, people. Come on. This is exactly the same as what Nintendo was pulling with the fucking, oh, there's a party over the road. I'll take my Switch and I'll put it on a table. Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to do that. This is bullshit, man. This is fucking bullshit. If the next Xbox comes out and it's like a Nintendo Switch, we're done. We're done here. You know, Phil can stick it up his arse. We're done.
Boot up. It is me. P3 is on, all my friends are there, all my messages are there. I don't feel like I'm disconnected. I can launch my games. I'm not having to kind of grind a separate set of characters or something. It is my state that I have when I'm sitting in my home or I'm sitting in my PC. It goes with me. And I really love that. And I think for me, I'm a product person. I have to use the product and kind of feel, what do I like? What do I not like?
But what you like is not what the fan base is after, Phil.
Feedback for the team, so I'm glad I'm getting to do this, and I'm really excited about the rollout that we have coming.
So this is the last episode of Inside Xbox before we hit E3 2019. How are you feeling about E3 this year?
This is going to be an interesting one.
Well, they win by default because Sony's not there, except Sony's going to somehow win without being there because Microsoft is face planting big time.
We're the platform holder that has a live stage show, and it's kind of just us this year. I feel the responsibility of that. I want to represent gaming, right? I think it's...
How can you represent gaming when your idea of gaming is playing Destiny on a fucking phone? I don't see how you could be any more far removed from your player base than playing Destiny 2 on a fucking phone in Japan. I really don't see how that's relevant to what people who actually like Xbox or even PC gamers or fucking PlayStation people or whatever, or Switch or whatever fucking platform is your platform of choice. How is that relevant? How is that relevant to you? How is what he's doing relevant to what we actually want? We want cool, exclusive games. Simple. What makes me want to buy an Xbox? Cool games. Halo, Gears, blah, blah, blah. What makes you want to buy a PlayStation? Detroit Become Human. Spider-Man. Whatever. What makes you want to buy a Switch? Mario, Zelda. It's pretty fucking clear that you need to have a decent console with a decent set of games. That's what's worked for years and years and years and years and years. And now you want to say, fuck it, let's just put everything on everything and hope to somehow be this big success globally on every fucking system and just going third party and whatever, basically. And that's not guaranteed to succeed. And as a platform, the Xbox is going to die. As a system, it's going to die.
An important time where the kind of larger community, news and other things are looking at the gaming industry at E3. I think it's a time where we kind of pop above a lot of the noise that's out there. So I think the whole team, we're taking the responsibility of being out there.
Also, I've noticed this before, but does Phil Spencer wear lipstick? Moving on.
Representing gaming and wanting to do a good job of that.
What are you most excited about? Are you most excited about getting off stage, meeting with the fans?
The fact of both these guys wearing lipstick is like the makeup department is like must be serious down there or something.
Developers, tell me about that.
I'm always excited about time with the fans in the community. Like coming out on stage, seeing faces in the crowd that I know. I'll get certain DMs and stuff on Xbox Live or Twitter about people just excited about the show. I'm excited about what we're going to get to show.
Phil, we haven't been excited for an Xbox E3 since 2014, 15 maybe?
I'm as much a fan of the show as I am in it. I love the fact that we're in Microsoft Theater again, and it's going to be a familiar place, but also a place that's kind of feels right in the center of what's going on at E3, and definitely just the community is such a highlight for me at the show.
Last year we announced, I remember you being up on stage, and behind you were all the brand new studios, and we've certainly brought a few more into the fold since then. What can we expect from Xbox Studios this time around?
Yeah, our new studios are going to have things to show, which is going to be awesome. Some new things that nobody has seen before, which will be fun. If you pick.
When you say shit like that, it makes me think of like the HoloLens and then nothing happened with it and shit like that. It doesn't make me think, oh, amazing content is headed our way. And your track record shows that you've got nothing. And until you actually show us something, I ain't going to believe you.
One of the later studios, Obsidian, had a really great time with Outer Worlds at Game Awards. Maybe we'll see some more of that. It's been nice, though, as you're starting to work with these studios, they come in. I think they're starting to see how big of a deal E3 is for a platform, and I can see them getting excited about that. It's kind of different than being an independent studio. But
if E3 is so important as a platform, why has Sony pulled the fuck out? E3 is just one way of getting your fucking information out. It's not the end-all be-all. And it's becoming less and less relevant as time goes on. And part of that is because you don't actually show anything at E3 anymore. It's all leaked out beforehand or whatever. So the actual event is completely undermined by the leaks that precede it.
It's going to be exciting to see the studios. It'll take kind of years to really have them fully integrated in and kind of delivering the same way all of the teams do, because different.
Phil, we don't want you to fully integrate your fucking studios that you've acquired because you will ruin them. Okay, this is what EA does. You don't take the creative genius of a studio and then say, oh, we know you've been doing it this way, but we want you to do it this way. You need to become one of our studios now. This is how we roll and this is how we do things. Just give them some fucking money, give them some time, and get people who are compos mentis who can actually make fucking games and actually have some talent, and just let them fucking make their games. Just give them some deadlines. Okay, we understand that. Give them some red lines so they know that they get the game out on time. Fine. But don't fucking say, oh, we got to bring them into the fold, make them do it the way we do it. I mean, it's fucking stupid.
Teams are at different parts of their development cycle, but I think it's going to be just really interesting to have those teams showing up this year and starting to show what they're building for us.
As we look at the calendar, I see we're just under 2 months from E3, right?
Don't say that. That freaks me out.
I know, kind of, just a couple months away.
Is this what we're wearing?
Is this what you're wearing?
My Game Pass?
There you go. Got your Game Pass checker. Well, listen, I appreciate you stopping by and joining us here on Inside Xbox.
I'm excited to be on the show.
All right.
Great job with it.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
It is always great to hear from Phil.
Okay, well that's it from me. Okay? It's been emotional. Thanks to everybody that was watching. Thanks to everybody that's going to dislike, instantly hate. And feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you for another fantastic video soon. Later.